Hi, Billy Mays here for the original Quick Chop. The fastest, easy.
Not now, Billy Mays. We got huge news. Disney made a good live action movie.
Action! Hooray for Hollywood! That's Hooey Valley, Hooey Hollywood!
But hello everyone, and welcome to another Street Films movie review. And last night I saw the Jungle Book live action, and I wanted to go see this movie in theaters, but decided not to and just to wait. And man, now I wish I went and saw it in theaters, because this movie was so good. It was great. Visually, it was great with the story. Everything was great about this, which is amazing because Disney has never made a great animation to live action, in my opinion. Maleficent failed. Cinderella failed. We'll see about Beauty and the Beast. Hopefully, The Jungle Book was a good start for these animation to live action finally. But I loved The Jungle Book so much. So let's sort of talk about the premise of The Jungle Book. So this is based off the book and the animated Disney movie. And the premise is that there's this little boy, he was left in the wild. Bashiga finds this boy, he takes him to the wolves, and the wolves start raising him. And then we sort of have this drought, and it's like the circle of life, sort of, where no one eats anyone in the moment, and that's their rules, because there's this water gathering place, and it's the only water, and everyone comes here, and no one is allowed to eat anyone here because of the rules. But then it starts to rain again, and here's the problem with it raining again, is the rule was no one could eat anyone because it was a drought, and everyone needs water before they need food. But we have our tiger, forgetting the name right now, but the tiger, he hates this man named Mowgli, this man cub. And the reason he hates him is because he knows once Mowgli grows up, he will be able to possess fire, he'll be able to destroy all the animals. So he wants Mowgli dead before he can grow up and create the demise of the animals. And the wolves are trying to keep him alive because they're just trying to make him a wolf, and everyone knows that is not possible just because he is a man cub. And it's interesting just with these animals and the animation and all that there's actually a pretty interesting mental and eternal conflict going on within the movie. And the tiger is trying to hunt him down, so Bashiga decides to take Mowgli to a man village. And on the way, the tiger comes attacking them, and then we have that scene, it reminds me of the Lion King stampede, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be Lion King, someone's going to die right here, we have a tiger and everything. But it wasn't like Lion King, and Mowgli gets lost, and then we have the snake he comes encounter with, and this was one part I didn't like about the movie, but the snake is voiced by Scarlett Johansson. And the problem I have with Scarlett Johansson, everyone said she did such a great job with this, but this was the least favorite part of the movie for me, because the snake before in the original animated Jungle Book, I'm forgetting his name, I think he voices Winnie the Pooh too, because they sound exactly alike. But that was such an iconic voice for me, and then I feel like they should bring that back and try to make it at least sound close to it. But you replaced it with someone of the complete opposite sex, and I just did not like Scarlett Johansson. She really just ruined that character for me. Just take the snake part out instead. It did give a lot of backstory and explaining, but please, I just wish they would have changed the voice. That was my main problem. But anyway, then we meet Baloo, and Baloo saves Mowgli from the snake, and Mowgli's unconscious, and when he wakes up, he's with Baloo, and Baloo asks him to get some honey for him. So Mowgli starts using his tricks to go help and get the honey for him. He gets bee stung a couple times, and then they actually start making tools that will get the honey easier and easier. And then he's like becoming a man, and he's becoming a very innovative man compared to the man village we see in the movie. And actually, I think I could have a theory out about this later about how innovative Mowgli is, because it's just incredible how innovative he is in this movie compared to the other people that we see in this movie. But anyway, Mowgli's helping with him, and then Bashira comes and he finds Mowgli, and he sees that what Mowgli has done. He's becoming a man now instead of living how he was supposed to. And that's the problem that he sees, is that Mowgli is becoming a man in the woods instead of in his village. And that is the reason Shere Khan wants him dead, is because Shere Khan is... Wow. Because Shere Khan sees him as innovating and killing the jungle with the red flower, which is fire. But then a elephant, which is... the elephants are the king of the jungle in this movie. A baby elephant gets stuck in a pit, and the other elephants can't get him out. So Mowgli gets this rope and gets this baby elephant out of the pit and saves the baby elephant, and then he earns the elephant's respects. And this blows both Baloo and Bagshiga's mind. They think it's crazy that he has done this. And they realize what he can do. But keep going on into the movie. He gets captured by the monkeys. Then he meets with King Louie. And I love this part because King Louie gets to sing I Want to Be Like You. And with only 2 songs in this one, and the first one with Mowgli and Baloo, Bare Necessities, it's kind of weird, and I would have just rather left that one out than what they did with it. But that part, I mean, The Jungle Book is a musical. I don't see why they didn't try to accept that. They tried to keep the songs out. King Louie was the only one that got to do his, and I thought it was great, and I thought they should have kept it like that. But, anyway, King Louie captures him. They get away from King Louie. And then, that's the ending. I'm not going to spoil that part. Go see the movie yourself. Link in the description below to go watch it. I'll have a link to go watch it there. But now it is time to rate this movie. As far as acting goes, there's no actors in the movie. The whole movie is done by computers. The only person in the movie is Mowgli. What they did with this movie is Mowgli sat in front of a green screen and acted by himself, acted in front of nothing. It was just all a green screen. And this was also a child actor. So this was amazing acting. I'm giving this a 9.5 on the acting. Now, the story of the movie is so great, mostly because this is just a story of get the boy to the man village and a little bit of bumps in the way. But it's so action-packed and so interesting to watch, and everything looks so nice in it, and there's so much action going on, and you're never like bored from it. And that's really what makes the movie great. And I would give the story a 8.5 out of 10. Then the theme of it. The theme was kind of hard. I had to look the theme up because I couldn't think of a theme right away. But then I went and looked up the theme and it made sense. It was a man living with nature. And I actually liked that theme really well. It was just sort of hard to think of right away. And I would give that a 8 out of 10. Then we have props. And this is the problem with this movie, because there are no props. It's a green screen and a person. But it looks so amazing. Like, it looks like real animals. But you gotta remember that it's just a computer. And I at least thought they actually brought animals in and then like computer edited their mouth to move and stuff. But no, the entire animal was made by a computer. And that is so impressive to me. Mostly because I don't even know much about computer editing whatsoever. Because I do all my video editing on my phone. But the props and everything, there's no props. But the computer skills on this was so great, it deserves a 8.5 out of 10. And then finally, the music. We have great music throughout this. It sounds very mysterious and adventurous. And then we have our two songs. And the problem I have is the blue song is the Bare Necessities. That is one of the two things. Scarlett Johansson and Bare Necessities are the only problems with this movie. So, as far as that goes, I would give that, 8.5 out of 10. Because outside of Bare Necessities, it's all great. Love Be Like You. Background music's great. And that's the music. And wow, does that make this an impressive movie? Because that gives it an overall score of 8.6 out of 10. And that is really well as far as my movies go. Mostly because my To Kill a Mockingbird review, I gave that movie, I'm pretty sure, an 8.2 out of 10. And that To Kill a Mockingbird's like a top 50 movie of all time. So, where will this land on my top 50 movies? We'll just have to find out when I do much more reviews, which is on the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Be sure to subscribe so you can catch up on some more movie reviews I'm doing. I'll try to do some more Disney movie reviews, and I'll jump around. I may try some more nostalgic movies that aren't considered that great, but they're very nostalgic to me, and I'll review those and see what I think about those. And I'll also try to pick out some of the worst movies of all time and review them. So if you know an awful movie, let me know down in the comments below. Leave me a link to it, or leave me the title, or whatever. I will try to check the movie out if I've never seen it before, and do a review on it. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to smack that like button. And if you disliked it, be sure to pound that dislike button as hard as you can. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men.